We don't do these very often, of course. This is a different format than what I normally do. I've done one of these before, Optimized over Summit. This is a big deep dive video. I may split it up. Haven't quite decided that yet. But this is the Hammer Effect Tour deep dive. Let's get started. I like that ball. All right, 5 shots in. I'm a big fan of this ball. Has recovery. It's not too jumpy. It will overhook if I throw it slow, but otherwise, man, I'm loving this thing. All right, that was the Effect Tour. All of the year? Maybe. I'm a huge fan of what I've been seeing so far. Effect Tour is kind of our baseline, and we're going to be getting into everything else going forward. Next up is NB Tour. All right, NB Tour. This ball has 0 games on it, literally freshly drilled. Gonna stay in the same spot. About 2 feet earlier. This gentleman is 2. Stronger for sure. The NB cover is a little bit more sticky than the Torving version. That's better. Yeah, good bit earlier. Not necessarily responsive, but definitely sees that friction sooner. Looks good though. Still some recovery there that's not overreaching, but good sign. NB Tour, about 3 to 4 feet earlier than the Effect. They're both the same surface and the exact same layout right now. That cover's still a little bit stronger, and it's not as forgiving to miss directly into friction, although it is actually a little bit slower responsive. It's just this house has so much friction where there is friction. Yeah, after zoning in, because the MV was just starting to read way too much, way too early, it looked a lot better. It definitely has a stronger cover, although I do think shape-wise the Effector is going to handle angle better. The Inventor is not bad at handling that angle either. I think they're really good complements to each other. Now, but I would actually probably start with the MV and then work your way down to the Effect, not the other way around like I just did, but I'm liking what I'm seeing from it too. Like I said, this is my first time throwing it. We're done with the Brunswick balls. I only have the two, the Effect and the MV. We're now moving on to the SBI with the Ion Pro. See how it stacks up. It's weaker. It's significantly weaker. You can tell in the ball roll, you can tell how it plays. It's using a dated cover. It's using TX16. That cover is 8 years old. And this house is not a bad thing. There's a lot of friction here, so having something just that hooks a little bit less isn't necessarily a bad thing, but you really feel the difference here. All right, 6-ish frames. It's weaker, but it also has a higher friction response. So right now, where I'm kind of developing a little bit of a hook spot on the lane, if it sees it, it's kind of jumping, but it's a very similar shape. Maybe a little bit more tumbly than round, but definitely about an arrow weaker. Yeah, it happens. Definitely significantly weaker than either the Effector or the Envy. And you can tell that just in the response that it has at the end there. I end up having to move a little bit just to get it to have a little bit more oil to keep it from seeing that friction and jumping so hard. But yeah, it just has a little bit more angle. Significantly weaker, good more friction response. Similar shapes, but I like it. Now we got SBI's first attempt at a Torii Sim Tour Dynamics. I'm not a huge fan of this ball on house shot, but we'll see how it rolls today. So it's very hand roll dependent compared to pretty much everything else. Everything else kind of has stronger personality. Tour DynamiX, if I come to the back of it, I have like 10 boards selling to hit. If I get around it, I have half a board. Otherwise, just jumping. It also has a much weaker cover compared to the Ion and the NB and the Effects. Because it's based off of the Hustle covers. It's alright, but I still think it's better on Sport than it is on House. All right, we had to move. Someone did not want their arm in the video. So I don't know what this shot is. I think it's 4-shot actually. Let's find out. That might be House. We'll have to throw another shot. All right, we just got through throwing the Tour DynamiX for a game. I genuinely don't know if I actually like this ball that much. It's an okay motion, but it's just, with the cover being so weak, it's just too responsive on the back end a lot of times, and I don't know if I like it that much. But we're moving on.
All right, that was our Hammer Effect Tour deep dive. Essentially how I saw everything. Kind of too long, didn't read type deal here. Using the Effect Tour as the baseline, the Envy Tour was a couple feet earlier and smoother and slower overall. The Ion Pro was much cleaner and honestly about the same amount of responsiveness, a touch faster when I got into dead friction, but it was definitely weaker just overall. The Tour DynamiX was both weaker and quicker, and maybe a little bit earlier. I didn't like the Tour DynamiX. I filmed this video a week ago compared to when I'm filming this now. Finally got everything kind of edited and almost ready to publish. I don't have the Tour DynamiX anymore. I sold it. I was not a huge fan of that ball reaction. Conversely, the Effect is my 2024 ball of the year. Maybe. It's a toss-up between it and the Scorpion Bow Flare. Those two were amazing. But yeah. Let us know what you think. Are you going to get an Effect Tour? Does this sway you one way towards like an Envy or an Ion? Can't really get the Tour DynamiX anymore. Yeah, what do you think? Does it kind of push you one direction? Yeah. But I have been a Ball Reviews. Oh shoot, I missed the game.